I want to encourage you here on the call. Get your friends, get your partners, get your wife, get your husband, get your children, get them together. Let's share some wonderful knowledge that is going to help us in the course of life. And I know quite a number of people are listening on the Zoom and some on the Facebook. But I will just, wherever you are, make sure that you prepare your mind. One of the things that helps a man is when a man keeps an open mind. If you have a closed mind, it will be difficult for you to change. You can't continue doing the same thing or thinking the same way and you expect things to change. For you to have change in your life, then you must think in a certain way. So without taking time, because we just have very short minutes to use, I want to appeal to you. If you are watching via Facebook, kindly click on share. Click on share. Like the page, like the video, and click on share so that you can share it with other people on your timeline. And if you are watching via YouTube, when you finish watching, just click on the subscribe button also, and also share the video. And if you're on Zoom, of course, you can share also. All right, and everyone that watch, you can always get back. Just check on Facebook, Olushola Pokuola, Olushola.Pokuola3. When you search, you will see quite a number of videos that we have done. Just like the video and share it also with other persons. So ladies and gentlemen, we just have to go quickly into what we have today. It's a great privilege to be here sharing this with you because I know that we don't take the grace of God for granted. We believe that it is a privilege to always come share knowledge like this together, and that we are on the ground and not under the ground. By this time, we want to return all the glory to God, because a lot of people desire to see this period, but they have not. Now you and I, we've seen, we're hearing, and we are looking at becoming better persons. I think we just need to give glory and give thanks to the Almighty. So note, this is more of an inspirational talk, not a motivational talk. You know, I tell people that motivation you can just be motivated for a while, and then the thing that is motivating you, when it stops, you stop being motivated. But then there's what we call the inspirational part of you that talks to something inside of you. And that thing that is inside of you, once it jacks up, it keeps you going. Now, this is not it's not a marketing program. It's not, we're not selling any program here, and we are not introducing any program here. It's an inspirational session. So today we'll be talking about engaging your imaginative power to succeed, or just as we said. Okay, let me see. I think there is something. Okay, so, or just as we kind of put it there, that using your imaginative power to achieve your goal. And once again, it's your friend and partner, Olushola Pokuola, chartered accountant, investment advisor, and also a life coach. During the week, I do a lot of training on some other things, running a cooperative society, you know, a global one. I train on the international market. But you know, these days, Sundays like this, we just want to use it for inspirational talk, cutting across board, everyone. So let's talk about first. We always want to talk from the point of success. I don't know what success means to you. Success means different things to different persons. But then I've got to be defining success as defined by, I think it's L. Nightingale. It said, no, I think Napoleon Hill. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. We don't want to lose track of that. We always want to define, before we go, we want to define where are we going to, what are we talking about. Success is the progressive. It is not sudden. It is not accidental. It says success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What is that thing that is worthy in your eyes? What is that goal? What is that mission? What is that thing that you picture in your heart and you want to work towards it? You are doing your best to achieve that success. You want to achieve success in your marriage. Success might mean goodness in your marriage. You know, success can mean different things to different people. Some talk about financial success. Some talk about health. Their success in their health. Some have been battling with some kind of health challenges. And then over the period of time, they overcome those challenges. Oh, you tell you are successful in that area. So whatsoever, it is a progressive. Don't ever assume that success will come suddenly. Success is not accidental. It is a series of planned events. You walk towards success. You walk your way to success. You walk your way. It does not come accidentally. So, ladies and gentlemen, having this great picture in your mind, we'll be talking about the power of your imagination. What is imagination? Imagination. One of the greatest gifts that God has given to man is the power of imagination. Imagination is the ability to form a mental image of something that is not perceived through the five senses. It is the hidden force of human potential. This is something that every one of us carry that we don't know. Your imagination, the bigger your imagination will determine how big your imagination is, will determine the heights you will get to in life. When people begin to imagine things in their hearts, they begin to imagine, but some leave it in the realm of imagination. You know, if I ask you now, let me quickly give you this. There was a time that a man was fighting, you know, a lion. You see, the man was fighting with a lion. And you know what? The lion was a black lion, a black lion. All the body of the lion is black. And the man was fighting. Now, stop there, stop there, stop there. Now, the moment I said, you know, when I said lion, your mind went to a lion. You begin to see a lion. And you begin to imagine a man fighting a lion. Now, the moment I said a black lion, instantly, your mind painted that lion black. You've never seen a black lion before. But because I said a black lion, your imagination just turned and you got a black lion, and you painted the lion black. That's the ability for your mind to create what the five senses have not been able to see or touch or smell. Your imaginative power. Your imaginative power. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we want to discuss about today. How do you make your imaginative power to help you achieve your goal? It's one thing to set goals in life. It's another thing for you to be able to achieve it. But there's one kind of force inside you that helps you to achieve the goal. Now, let me tell you this. If this thing is within your reach, then it's not big enough. Your imagination goes beyond your understanding. The Holy Book said something. It said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. You know, most of the time, most of us, what hinders us from achieving goals is because we lean on our own understanding. Oh, is it possible? Can this thing happen this way? No, last year it was like this. And because you are leaning on your own understanding, you cannot fathom that thing, that greatness, that goal. That's why we set goals that are too low for us. We set goals that our brain can carry. You set a goal that, I can get this number. I can make this amount. If I ask you to begin to imagine that you are going to be earning 1 million naira by the end of this year, no, somebody cannot imagine it. Say, for where? How can it happen? You can't imagine it because you are leaning on your own understanding. In this economy, in this era, if I tell you, your husband is going to take you on a vacation, your wife is going to give you the best within this year, you begin to look at that, my wife, that one that does not do this, that one that does not, you are leaning on your own understanding. So, but when you begin to acknowledge and trust that there's a power in the universe that makes things to happen, he said that is the power that makes you to imagine and to achieve your goal. So in all your ways, submit to him, and he's going to make it straight. You don't know, you don't even have an idea of how it's going to happen, but then it will happen if you trust. I tell you, success is more spiritual than physical. Success is more spiritual. than physical. Every person that ever became successful, every person that ever became successful are spiritually minded. As I always say, the spirituality might be in the white form or in the black form. It's you just got to be spiritual. And you begin to think, what can I do? So, ladies and gentlemen, I always like to, I use this story. You know, a certain set of people one time like this. You know, this was when I understood the story, the basis behind the story. That is when I began to respect the power of imagination. Now, these people, they gather themselves. You know, it was shortly after was it a pandemic or something? It wasn't a pandemic. It was a time when God destroyed the whole earth with water. You know, they say it's a Noah's era. And then the people came together and they said, come, let's build a mighty tower that it will get touched the heavens. So that even if anything, if God will pour this water again, all of us will run upstairs and the water will not be able to touch anybody. And so they began to build this tower called the Tower of Babel. And it's on record. He said, and the Lord said, you know, when they began to build, you know, how did it come? It came from their imagination. It came from their imagination. He said, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one. The people is, look at, I want you to pick that language. The people is one. The people is one. Your mind is not diverted. You must be one with your body, soul, and spirit. You must agree. Even though your body is saying no, you cannot do it. Your mentality is saying this. Your spirit is saying this. You must come together to be one. He said, behold, the people is one. And they have one language. You can't. You see, when they say anyone that is double-minded cannot get anything from God. He said, and this they begin to do. And now nothing. Listen to that word. He said, and now, because they imagined it and they began to do, he said, nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I know most of you are very, you are very churchy and something, but then I'm not talking church now. I'm not talking this. I want you to bring out some principle from this word. The power of imagination. The power of imagination. He said, and this they begin to do. It's one thing to imagine it. It's another thing to take action. Vision without action is equal to television. Vision, a vision. You have a vision of this is where I'm going to. This is what I want to achieve in life. This is what I want to be. This is what I want my children to be. This is who I want my wife to be. This is what I want my business to look like. And you are not taking action. Vision without action is television. You keep on watching it. You keep on watching it. But here he said, and this they began to do. And what propelled them to start to do? He said, they have imagined it in their heart. And he said, because they have imagined it, he said, nothing, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to this. He said, nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, on your path to success, what have you imagined to do? Since the end, when the lockdown was over and you began to do business, what have you imagined to do? What is in your imagination this week to succeed? What in that area that you are pursuing? Remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Now, what is that worthy ideal? What is in your imagination? And what have you begun to do concerning it? Are you still saying, oh, I'm praying, I'm fasting, oh, I'm doing this? No. What have you begun to do? There's a place of doing. There's a place of doing. You begin to do. Ladies and gentlemen, so what you need to begin, what you need to begin to do to bring your imagination to reality. So let's look at what are they. The first thing is this. You have to, what that particular goal that you have set for yourself, that thing that you are looking at, picture or visualize what you really desire by using your inner eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, using your inner eyes, you see with your mind. You see with the eyes of your mind, what kind of health do you want to enjoy? What kind of health? Maybe, probably you are listening to me, you are on a sick bed listening to me. What kind of thing are you imagining for yourself? Are you thinking of yourself 6 feet down below? Or you are seeing yourself running around the next day? What you begin to imagine. If you are sick, begin to imagine that you are well. If you are poor, begin to imagine that you are wealthy. If you feel you are hated, begin to feel you are loved. Whatsoever, begin to imagine it, see it. They say you cannot feature in a future you did not picture. You cannot what feature in a future that you did not picture. You must be able to picture the future. Ladies and gentlemen, what kind of finances do you want? Picture it. Now, the next thing that is important is create a plan around it. Every material thing that you see started in someone acting out on their imagination. The shirt I am wearing, somebody imagined it. That is going to make a blue shirt with this stripe. He brought it up in a picture in his mind. The chair you are sitting on, the bed you are lying in, the house you are staying, somebody pictured it in their mind. Everything came out of imagination. The power of imagination. You are seeing 100-story building, it came out of somebody's imagination. You are seeing a glass cup, it came out of somebody's imagination. You are seeing a mobile phone. This thing that we are talking, it's all about imagination. To fill the gap between imagination and reality, you need to follow some kind of sequence to bring you to fruition. So, the first thing is, don't be limited by what is around you, begin to do something. The next thing is, believe with all certainty that you will achieve your heart desire. He said something, he said, I will grant, for God shall grant the desires of your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your desire? You know, the challenge with many of us is that we don't even have a desire. We only have wishes. If wishes were horses, beggars we ride. But it's different. It's a different ballgame when you talk about desire. When somebody desires something, he's ready to do everything. He's not looking at the economy. He's not looking at the challenges. It's something that is burning in you. Your desire, what you really desire, is not what you wish. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not what you wish for. What do you really desire? The desire is a burning thing that you want to achieve at all costs. What do you desire? I remember when my little boy, my son, when he was little, at a point in time, he was always looking, every time he wants to ride a horse, he's climbing on things, riding on chairs and things, he wants to ride a horse. And then one day, we went to the beach. And when we got to the beach, you know, these horse riders came around, and as they were hovering around, okay, now, as they were approaching us, look at this young man that has always wished to ride a horse. When he saw a horse, a real horse, he took off. He started hiding. He said, no, Daddy, tell him to go, tell him to go. I said, go where? Shebi, you want to ride a horse? This is a horse. He said, no. Then we had to start encouraging him. Let's start to encourage him. Now, okay, mommy, climb the horse first. The mommy climbed. Okay, touch the horse. It's not going to hurt you. And then we started encouraging. That's why I always tell people that if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. I will tell you, it's not all beggars that will ride. Because some will get to the point. The opportunity they are looking for, they see it and they are afraid. They've been praying. God, open door. God, open door. God, break door for me. And then the opportunity comes. And instead of them picking up, they begin to look at, is this not a scam? Is this not a this? Are they not taking me? Are they not kidnapping me? Come for an interview, they begin to think, maybe they are kidnappers, maybe they are this. You know, when you desire something, you will forget, you throw caution, and you go for your goal. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, for verily I say unto you, that whatsoever you say, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. It's one thing for you to be saying something. It's another thing for your heart to be saying another thing. It's one thing for you to say, I believe. I believe I can fly. I believe I can succeed. I believe. But inside your heart, something is telling you, oh, come. Are you sure? Do you really believe in what you are saying? Who has ever succeeded in your family? Have you ever won anything? How was your grade? Do you remember you are an average student in school, and then your mind begins to tell you. So that's why you see a lot of people, they start up a project, but they can't finish it because their mind talked them out of it. They began to doubt. But shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he said. What are you saying? What are you saying? Ladies and gentlemen, the first place of imagination, the first place is imagination. When you begin to imagine it, the next thing you begin to say it. He said the world is created by the words. Your word, the word. He said in the beginning was the word. It was the word. The beginning was the word, W-O-R-D. And the word was with God. And God was the word. So, and God, when God wanted to create the earth, he used, look at something. I want you to go look at that story. Go look at that story at the beginning. When you talk about the creation, he said, at the beginning, he said the earth was without form and void, and darkness was all over the surface of the earth. And the Spirit of God hovered and upon the darkness. When you say the Spirit of God was hovering, what was the Spirit doing? It was imagining what to do. What do I do about this darkness? The Spirit was moving in the darkness. And when the Spirit had a clear picture of what it wanted, he said, and the Lord said, don't stop at imagination alone. Begin to say what you have imagined in your heart. The next thing is, feel the emotion and the excitement of having your thoughts and dreams come true. You know, most of us wait until the thing that we are expecting. We wait until it comes to be before we begin to celebrate. But there's something, the feeling is the difference. You know, a lot of time, I always challenge, this issue of imagination, using your imagination. I always become all these things are inspirational talk. These things, are they real? And at a point, I didn't really believe it. But voila, I came across something and it told me, it said, the emotion behind the imagination is the secret to the accomplishment of that goal. Listen to me. The emotion behind your imagination is the secret to the fulfillment of that goal. When you begin to get excited about that thing, look at something. Look at a woman who is pregnant. She doesn't have the baby yet. But do you know what she's seeing? She's seeing her baby. She's seeing herself. And the picture, the excitement, she will just lie down in the room. Even in the midst of the pain, she will smile because she's seeing the baby. I got a friend who just told me, he said, oh, he did a baby scan and they said the baby, excuse me, that the child they are expecting is a boy. And the guy is so excited. He's not seen the child yet. The child is still in the womb, but he's so excited about it because the emotion. So what is the emotion you carry? Is it the emotion of gratitude or the emotion of a defeatist? You must have the emotion of gratitude that even though I have not seen it, I am so grateful and happy because it has come. Create a feeling around the picture of what you have imagined. You can do this by seeing the end from the beginning. I'm so grateful and happy because I have been able to impact 100,000 people in the year 2020. Oh, that is my goal, to impact 100,000 people. Now, the question is, how are you going to get 100,000 people? I don't know. But then I'm so happy that at the end of this year, I have impacted. It's not that I am going to impact. I have already impacted, and I'm so happy about it because I see people say, oh, thank you for this. I've listened to you. I'm happy because I listened to you. My life changed because I listened to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen the picture, the end. He says, calling those things that are not as though they are. That is what you call faith. You feel the excitement now. So much that when it actually comes and everybody is excited, you look at it as if it's normal. When people come and say, congratulations, you are not feeling it again because you've seen it, you've been in that picture in the past. What is that goal that you are pursuing? begin to see the picture of the end. As you see the end from the beginning, you say God is the one that looks at the end from the beginning. And because you have the image of God, because you are a carrier of the image of God, you must have the ability to see the end from the beginning. So begin to see that success, the growth in your business, begin to see it. You want to become a millionaire, begin to see yourself living the life of a millionaire. You want to have success in your marriage, begin to see your husband so loving, begin to see your wife so loving, so your wife being so caring. Oh, the reality is that, what is currently happening is that is not the situation, but where you want is what you begin to imagine. Practice this vision daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. Don't lose focus on your goal. That goal that you desire. Every day, I say my goal, that I am impacting 100,000 people in the year 2020. I don't know how. It doesn't matter how, but I know I've done it because it's done in the realm of the spirit. I believe it's done in the physical. Oh, am I going to be disappointed if I count 1, 2, 3? No, I'm not going to be counting. There are people that are hearing me that I don't even know. No. So I believe it is done. So always visualize that thing every day. You want to buy a new car. There's a new car that you desire. See it every day. If you have to take a picture of it and place it, so that every day it is in your imagination. What you focus on is magnified. What you focus on is magnified. Don't allow the forces around you your identity. What is around you should not determine your identity. What you are experiencing may cause you to doubt, ladies and gentlemen, but hold on to the picture of the future that you had at the beginning. Every time that these children of Israel, every time they were moving, anytime they complain. Oh, da 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 da. You know what? God will remind them, come, I'm taking you to a land flowing with milk and honey. What was God doing? He was painting a picture of the future. Just borrow a leaf from that. Every time they are tired, they are murmuring, they say we had better go back to Egypt. This thing is not working. This business is not working. He said, if you can hold on to the word that you are in the dark, what you are told in the light, if you can hold on, he said, he told them, he said, I'm taking you to a land flowing with milk and honey. When they hear that again, they get excited, they continue the journey. So practice daily vision. Your imagination goes a long way in how you perceive things, which determines how far you will go in life. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to charge you. Be a man of great imagination. Don't let any man limit what you can imagine. When you begin to imagine something, somebody will say, I beg you, face reality. No, that is his own reality. This is my own reality. Somebody can stop you, but they can't stop your imagination. Nobody can hold your imagination. You begin the way we see things from different parts, from different perspectives in life. So I choose to see this way, and that's what I want to see. Period. Finito. Must I look at things in your own eyes? You see it as impossible. I see it as possible, because he said all things are possible. I know it's possible. It doesn't matter. I don't have money in my pocket now. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I see myself building universities. I see myself building orphanages everywhere. This is what I see of myself. What do you see of yourself? Don't let anybody limit your imagination. Finally, now, to him who is able to do exceedingly, ladies and gentlemen, exceedingly above all we ask or think. Guys, please, I want you to look at this part. He said, to him who is able to do exceedingly. Look at the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers, they thought of flying. They thought about flying, and they got the engine. They began to fly. They thought of flying. Guys, listen, they thought of flying. They never thought that act, what that they imagined, that there was a power that was pushing them, who could make that power, that now you can see a plane that is carrying cars. I remember I entered an Air Force plane sometimes ago, and that Air Force plane, they call it Charlie 130, C-130. It was carrying 2 armored tanks. We were inside the plane from Kaduna to Lagos, and it was carrying 2 armored tanks. Can you imagine? Now, This imagination started from some little boys, two the Wright brothers, who said they wanted to fly. But there is a power that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you ask or think. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just your asking, it is what you are thinking. Many people don't think according to the power that works in us, the power of your imagination, the power of the I am that is in you. Ladies and gentlemen, begin to use your imagination. Don't let anything limit you. Whatsoever you can think about, you can bring about. Think about that goal. Meditate on that goal. Pray on it. Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't say, oh, this is how it's going to be. You don't have the brain to think about how it's going to be. No, it's not given to you. Yours is to think it. Just imagine it and begin to do something about it. Begin, he said, and they began to do. Ladies and gentlemen, begin to work on your dream plan. Don't sleep. Don't wait. Don't seek for approval of any man because they don't have the same vision that you have. And I promise you, you're going to have a successful story. Once again, we come to the end of this session, and I've been looking forward to celebrating your success. Begin to use that power of your imagination. Let me quickly give you this. If you have the opportunity, you can go online and look at a book. Look for an audio book called The Strangest Secrets. The Strangest, something that is strange. The Strangest Secret is by Earl Nightingale. Look at it, look for that video or audio on YouTube. It's going to help you a lot. Begin to listen to those things. If you can listen to it at least 2-3 times a day for 1 week, I tell you, your life will turn around unto him who is able to do exceedingly above all that you ask or think, according to the power of imagination, the power of I am that is working in you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure speaking to you today on this wonderful topic. I want you to listen to it again, so you can just go on the YouTube link and search for Olushola Pokuola, and then you look at it, try to watch this video again. And if you are looking at it on Facebook, you can click on share the button, share it with other persons, and begin to, you'll see the more you say faith comes by hearing, I'm hearing by the word. What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? It's going to help you a great deal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy. Please, if you watch on Facebook, click on like, and please share also. Share with your phone. Create a watch party with your friends. Let somebody hear about this. If you are watching on Facebook, click on the subscribe button so that anytime that we come up again, you will get the message. I want to say thank you for showing up. I celebrate you, and I wait to celebrate your success. Remember, success is achieved and maintained by those who keep on trying. Keep on trying. This week is going to be an awesome week for you. This week is going to be a successful week. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep you, and it will cause his face to shine. Do have a wonderful week.
The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep you. The Lord will make his face to shine upon you. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep you and be gracious unto you. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep you. The Lord will make his face to shine upon you. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep you and be gracious unto you. And he will give you peace. face to shine upon you. The Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, and be gracious unto you. Shalom, 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 shalom. May you receive the fullness of His blessing. Shalom, 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 shalom. May you receive the fullness of His peace. May you enjoy the fullness of Shalom.